Simple as that. It took that many hours.
That's all right. 3:15 in the morning. We'll knock this shit out.
Fuck it.
Cue the music.
Really? Just like that? All right.
Just like that.
This is Two Guys in a Podcast.
Just let that ride out, brother. Oh, he took it away. Damn. All right. Welcome to Two Guys in a Podcast. I'm your co-host, Javi Too Sweet Vasquez. And I got the phenomenal AJ Moore in the house.
Yo, you can't hear the music from what?
What's up?
Can you hear the music?
I could barely hear it. It's good though. I'm digging it.
Can you hear me though?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool.
All right, we are live. Welcome to Two Guys in a Podcast again. I'm one of your co-hosts, named Javier Too Sweet Vasquez. What the fuck is going on?
I did that on purpose.
God damn it!
Whoops.
All right, let's restart this shit. It sounds too sloppy. Sounds like back in my OBW days when I played drums. Sloppy as fuck.
Well, we can't. We're live, Psycho Sid.
All right. Oh, we're live, Hal. Oh, sorry. All right. Take seven. All right. Welcome to Two Guys in a Podcast. I am one of the co-hosts. My name is Javier Too Sweet Vasquez, and I also have the phenomenal AJ Moore in the house. Too sweet me, brother. Too sweet me there. There you go. All right. Today we're going to be talking about just a couple different topics. We mostly were a wrestling podcast, but we've since expanded, doing more of a sports culture, kind of what's going on in the world. And basically, we're just two real guys talking about what they feel and giving our opinions. If you like it, great. If you don't, great. If you want to send us some hate mail, great. Just don't send me anthrax. Anyway,
Unless
I'm good.
Banned.
All right. So what do you want to talk about today first, AJ?
Well, I guess we got Josh McDaniels.
Oh, Josh McDaniels. All right. For those that don't know the story, Josh McDaniels, offensive coordinator to the New England Patriots, agreed to terms with the Indianapolis Colts. He was the head coach for a total of, I believe it was 9 hours, and then called them back and said, never mind.
He called him back and said, wrong number.
Yeah, he called me. Yeah,
he said,
"Oh wait," texted him and said, "Hey, when you coming in?" And he texted him back, said, "New phone, who this?" That's exactly what happened. Okay, so this set the sports world on fire. So many people had different takes, but basically, what it boils down to is the guy had a change of heart. He felt more comfortable staying in New England. He likes the structure that he has in England. But it looked really bad, okay? And here's why it looked really bad. Here's my opinion on it. It looks really bad because, one, he already hired some assistant coaches. These guys had other jobs that they either quit, resigned, or had other opportunities to coach somewhere else. They turned those opportunities down because they thought, oh, we're going to go with Josh McDaniels to the Indianapolis Colts.
Raise that camera on you.
Huh?
Raise the camera up or lean back. Yeah, all I see is your face.
Oh, my bad. Okay. So, he had these coaches that were going to uproot their lives, move, and he ends up having to call them and say, hey, never mind. I'm not going to take that job after all. Later. That's exactly what happened. It's fucked up on his part. It's something that is really shady. His agent told him that's the worst decision because his agent is also the same agent for the general manager of the Indianapolis Colts. So he told him, if you're going to do this, please don't do this. It's the worst thing you could possibly do. And he still did it. It's been a couple hours. Josh McDaniels' agent has terminated their contract. They're no longer working together because of the fact of what he did. I mean, it's a real shady move. It's not right. These guys had other coaches that were available that they turned down. They had all these other guys. Now the Colts are fucked because they're looking for a new coach still. All the other top candidates that were available already have a job now because they thought, oh, we have it in the bag. We have Josh McDaniels. And that whole rivalry that happened between the Colts and the Patriots for the longest time with Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, well, they had a press conference today with the GM. Let me grab the GM's name here real quick. I don't know if you could pull it up for me or I could just see it here on my end. Give me just a second here, brother. Let's see here. What was his name here? Let's see here. GM Chris Ballard. The Colts GM Chris Ballard ends his press conference today with the rivalry is back on. Drops the mic and walks off the podium.
So he's got.
What was that?
What's this rivalry?
The rivalry. Okay, so the rivalry goes back. I mean, it hasn't been as big lately, but in the 2000s, you had Peyton Manning when he was with the Indianapolis Colts against Tom Brady while he was with the Patriots. And they would have these epic battles going back and forth. They would sign each other's players. If somebody would leave the Colts, you'll see them a week later getting signed by New England and vice versa. And it was just a big rivalry. These guys always met in either the conference championship or they met in the divisional round. But they battled for so long, and it died down in these years, the latter years here. But after what happened, I mean, obviously, the Patriots are the most hated team in America. I feel like they're hated even more now in Indianapolis, more than they've ever been hated before. What are your thoughts, man?
Well, why is Indiana trying to snake Pat's guy? They're trying to get him. Okay, Indianapolis hates him, yes, because the dude turned him down.
Yep.
They're just sore about it. That's all it is.
Well, it's like you ask a hot girl out on a date.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying.
She
says yes.
And it's just like, oh, she's
and then you're gonna go pick her up, and she's like, oh, I'm actually gonna go out with your friend.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty fucked up, But that's what happened today.
And then she texts back, "Who this?"
And yep, new phone. Who this? That's exactly what they got hit with.
I get so.
Notice today we're repping the Dallas Cowboys and the Spurs always. Shout out to the Spurs winning by 48 points tonight, killing the Phoenix Suns.
I don't know what I'm
Hey,
doing.
AJ. I give credit where credit's due. AJ said they're fine. I was thinking there's panic mode yesterday with our podcast. I thought we were going to have a big ordeal, that the Spurs were crumbling. You said, just par for the course. And sure enough, they had that one practice. They practiced yesterday for the first time in over 2 months, 55 days. They had their first full-fledged practice all the way through. These niggas end up winning by 48 points.
Whoa. Watch out with the N-word.
Oh, my bad. This is 2018. These homies.
I thought you were going to say homos.
These homies had this practice, and they ended up winning by 48 points. I mean, you can't go wrong. That's a great start to the rodeo road trip.
Hey, that's fantastic. That's back like Spurs ball.
Yep, that is Spurs. They have like 7 players or 6 players in double figures. Perfect Spurs basketball. It's what we're used to. What we're used to seeing. But just to go back real quick and give you kind of like
129.81.
What was that, brother? Yep.
129.81.
Yep, that was the final score there. Let me ask you this.
I had to watch a game. I haven't watched the game in a while.
If you're okay, let me ask you this, AJ. If you're if you're the GM for the Colts, Chris Ballard, and this just happened, what? I mean, who are you looking at now? You know, who are you looking at to sign? You know, all the other top candidates are taken. They've signed with another team now. So, who do you see as a potential replacement for Josh McDaniels, or who do you think that can at least do their job and make that team a good team? Any names come to your head?
Well, we're not talking about like runners up, right?
Well, I mean, obviously they had to be runners up because Josh McDaniels was the man, and he turned him down. And you know, you have these other guys that were available, like John Gruden, like Matt Patricia, and he's now the Lions head coach. You have John Gruden, who's now the Raiders head coach, and all these jobs are taken up, and the Colts have their head coaching job vacant. But I don't see a realistic option available out there right now. Like I feel like the candidates that are out there are not ready to build.
I really don't know who can be the runner up, because if you're saying that all these people are getting taken up already, then
yeah,
we got, what do we have left? Wild cards.
We have what's his name? He's the offensive coordinator for the Eagles.
We have people that probably don't want to get picked because they trouble.
Let me see here. Give me a second here, brother. I'm pulling it up real quick here.
What do you say, Eagles?
Yeah, he's the offensive coordinator for the Eagles. Let me see here.
Oh, is he the guy that was from the Cowboys?
No. Let's see here. Oh, here you go. He's the offensive coordinator. His name is Frank Reich. Reich. He's one of the candidates on a short list. They're expected to put in an interview request. He was an assistant from Indianapolis back in 2008 to 2011. So that's somebody that they're looking to get, that they're looking to interview, and they could possibly end up getting hired. They also put in a request to interview the Saints assistant head coach, tight end coach Dan Campbell. He's another guy. He used to be the former interim head coach in Miami, but now he gets a shot at the full-time gig. So that's another guy that they could look at. Personally, I feel like...
I hope the Saints don't get rid of anybody, though.
Well, this leaves them dead in the water. I mean, this really fucked them up. This really fucked them over. You know, they have Andrew Luck, who's recovering from shoulder surgery, who still can't throw yet. He's been dealing with the injury for over 2 years now. I know because I drafted him in my fantasy league, and I ended up just dropping him because he never played. And you have a defense that was one of the worst last year. It just looks like there's a what do you call it? A barn burner. The whole barn is on fire over there in Indianapolis, and I don't see any relief coming anytime soon. And that's my take on that.
Well, I just believe they fucked themselves because.
Well, no. Josh McDaniels.
Or yeah.
No. You know what? In the famous words of Vince McMahon, the Colts fucked over the Colts.
The Colts screwed.
No. The Colts screwed the Colts.
That's how I feel. You're supposed to always have at least a backup, Plan B.
Yeah, that's true.
As Triple H says, Plan B. The pill.
I can't believe it happened though, man. I can't believe it happened though. I mean that just
pill.
We woke up in the morning and I was like, really? He turned them off?
I told you he was gonna stay. Last night I told you he was gonna stay with the.
You did say that. Another shout out to AJ calling it out. He said they were gonna stay, and by God, he stayed.
By God. It makes more sense. They why would he leave?
Wow. I'm reading the story more. Check this out. He was scheduled to do a press conference today. The staff that he was going to bring with him, the guys that uprooted their lives, that they turned down other jobs, or they resigned from their current jobs, They had not been informed of his decision to stay with the Patriots until the report had leaked into the press.
Damn.
Wow. Okay. Mike Garafolo of the NFL Network reported some assistants, including defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus, had already agreed to contracts, and they will stay with the team.
Yeah, I think we should just like move on to the next part because I'm losing. There's too much bullshit going on. I hate NFL politics. I just fucking hate it. There's too much red tape. Like it's the worst. It's the most stupid bureaucracy besides waiting in line for the DMV.
All right, then. Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on.
Let's just go.
Well, let's move on to what we were just kind of talking about a little bit. The Spurs.
Okay.
48-point victory. Let's go on. Let's talk about what happened in the NBA tonight. Some of the games out there, we had the Spurs against the Phoenix Suns. Spurs jumped out to a big lead. The Phoenix Suns did not even hit a field goal until 6 minutes left in the first quarter.
God damn.
Yeah, that practice that he was talking practice. They talking about practice, man. It paid off.
It paid off tonight. Yeah,
but. What was that, brother?
They said they talk about practice. No,
they talking about practice, bro.
They
talking about practice.
I feel like they were Frieza for a second. They just needed a train one day.
That's all. That's exactly what it is. That is a perfect example. They were Frieza. That's exactly what it is. You hit the nail on the head, brother. Yeah. Hit the nail on the head. Okay, let me give you some other scores out here. We had Cleveland against Minnesota Timberwolves. Cleveland wins on a buzzer beater by King James himself. There's literally 1 second left. The ball's tossed in bounds from the half court. He grabs it, turned around jumper, sinks it nothing but the bottom of the net. Cavs win 140-138 in overtime.
Damn.
This is a great game. It was a great game.
Like a buzzer beater?
Buzzer beater, yep.
He laid it up in the buzzer beater.
So he made it as the clock expired. Stuff like that doesn't happen too often, but when it does, that stuff is just too sweet. Another game out here. We had the Utah Jazz beating the Memphis Grizzlies 92-88. We had the Houston Rockets defeating the Miami Heat 109-101. And lastly, we had Detroit. Detroit's on a 5-game win streak ever since that trade for Blake Griffin. That trade that blew everybody's mind. That trade that came out of nowhere, came out of left field. In the words of my one of my good bands, Portugal the Man, it came out of left field. They ended up winning tonight, but they're on a 5-game win streak. What does that tell you about the type of player that Blake Griffin is? Just kind of off of what I see on the top, no, just on the surface, no inside. But he seems like a guy who, whatever he's given, he's gonna make the best of it. He's not gonna bitch. He's not gonna moan. He's just gonna put his head down and get to work. And it's evident in the fact that they're on a 5-game winning streak. These guys have no chemistry. They haven't played together for very long. They haven't played together at all. So for them to jump out to this win streak like that, it just shows that he has the right, his head's screwed on right, basically. If that makes sense.
Talking about Blake Griffin?
Blake Griffin, yep.
The same guy that Manu knocked his teeth through his lip.
No. I don't think that happened. Did that happen?
Yeah, in a playoff game.
Oh wow, I don't remember that. That's crazy. It's been a while.
Yeah. I guarantee you Blake Griffin has grown up a lot since then.
Yeah.
So for you to be telling me that he's making all these decisions, surprises me.
He's still a bitch. He still complains about everything. But he's brought kind of like a swagger to the Pistons. Him and Andre Drummond working together are like a 2018 version of the Twin Towers. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Yeah, but
you can never be the Twin Towers.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean that can't be duplicated. Often imitated, never duplicated. But
can't believe
going off that trade here. Sorry about that. But going off that trade that they did last week, where the Clippers received Avery Bradley, received another, sent Blake Griffin over there, and they also got a first round protected lottery pick. Going among the other teams interested in Avery Bradley, none other but than our very own San Antonio Spurs. It's been reported, it's been thrown out there that the Spurs are looking to trade for Avery Bradley. Now, let me tell you about Avery Bradley real quick. I don't know if you might know about this guy, but he's a defensive. He's a defensive guy. Plays great defense. Real long, lanky kind of guy. I mean, we have a lot of forwards now, but with Kawhi Leonard being injured, with Rudy Gay being injured, a lot of our defensive at the small forward shooting guard position is minimalized. You know, Danny Green can't play the entire game. Danny Green needs to rest, and Pop isn't going to let Danny Green play the whole game. That's just not what Pop does. So I see Avery Bradley as a great potential to join in the Spurs. I'm just concerned with what the Clippers want. Like, are we going to give up Patty Thrills? Are we going to give up DeJounte Murray? You know, it says, and I've read reports saying that they want a first round pick for Avery Bradley, which I wouldn't mind giving up if we're going to get Avery Bradley. But another thing is Avery Bradley is only on the books for one more season. His salary is like anywhere between, I believe, $5 to $8 million for the rest of the season, and after that, he could go sign with whoever he wants to sign. So are we really going to give up a first round draft pick to sign someone who is going to stick around for a couple games? There's not very many games left in the season. And then the playoffs, you know, by that time, hopefully Kawhi's back. But I hope, I would love to have Avery Bradley, but I don't see it realistically happening because the assets that we have, I don't feel like Pop wants to part ways with them. Does that make sense?
Of course it does.
What are your thoughts?
Of course it does. Pop doesn't. Pop is a Pop. He's a vet. He knows what he's doing. He plays the game like he plays chess, and I like how he does it. He doesn't. He doesn't bring in all-stars. He makes the all-stars.
There you go. That is a perfect quote. He doesn't bring in all-stars. He makes all-stars.
He finds a guy that's good all around, and he'll weigh out the options. He's like an analyst. You know what I'm saying? Like a risk analyst at the same time. He'll say, like, you know, would I spend this much money to get one more championship to make these guys happy? If this works, I will have to spend this much money. But if it doesn't, I'm going to spend this much money. And there's probably a stopping point. Like, it's got to be a stopping point, like where he's like, I can bring him in for maybe sign him for 3 games a week. See how he does, and then go from there. Like they always do. They always sign people for a few days, and then they're just coming in and out of little leagues here and there. Yeah, like the G leagues or something, or like just players that are left out that are totally good. They just don't get that opportunity. And I know Pop will work with somebody, and there was I can't remember back when, but I think it was when Kyle Anderson just barely came out on his first ever, like, I think it was just a playoff game. He was just gonna run the clock. He ended up making 21 points or something like that. Yeah. And Pop was like, whoa, okay. I think they still lost, but the next game he they won because he made sure, you know, I think he brought like the big guy outside instead, and he brought Kyle Anderson in.
Yeah.
I don't remember what game that was. I think it was against Oklahoma.
You're talking about it was a couple years ago, right, during the playoffs?
A couple years ago.
Yeah, that's Corey Joseph. And he dunked on Ibaka.
Joseph, was it Joseph? No.
Yeah.
It was Anderson. It was Anderson, but I think Joseph did. Oh, wait, was it Joseph too? No, yeah. I remember Joseph. Yeah, Joseph did do some shit with Ibaka, but I remember
he dunked on him so rowdy, and then like it let everybody know, like, hey, this guy isn't fucking Goliath. He can be beat. You know, we just got to have the balls to do it.
But I remember Kyle Anderson as well. But I remember Corey Joseph. Dude, what happened to Corey Joseph? He's like,
he got traded to.
No, that's Hill.
See, this is why I love Pop. He traded Corey Joseph to the team that Corey Joseph was a fan of growing up. He was a big Toronto Raptor fan. He's from Canada, so he said, "You know what? We're gonna send you. We're gonna let you sign over there with them." We had his rights, and we renounced his rights just so he could sign with the Raptors at no cost to the Raptors, basically, other than the amount of the contract. But he doesn't play for him anymore. I think he plays. I want to say the Indiana Pacers. I'm not 100% sure. Let me double check here. I want to check.
Yeah, I know we got fucking infinite information at our fingertips.
Absolutely. But while I'm doing that, you want to talk about any other NBA news?
Did you see the Derrick Rose leak on his Adidas contract?
I wish I was his brother.
Shit.
I wish I was his brother.
I was like, Derrick Rose hasn't made it to. He's been injured every fucking year, and this is his contract? God damn.
Yep, he plays for the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So Pacers with George Hill, right?
No, Pacers. No. George Hill plays for the Sacramento Kings.
What?
Yeah, he signed a contract with them during the off season, and he plays for the Sacramento Kings. And so Corey Joseph now plays for the Indiana Pacers. I wish we had George Hill. George Hill would be nice coming home. He was a great player.
Him and George Hill.
George Hill's a great player. But yes, I saw that. Here's the thing with that.
Right?
The guy you're talking about what was that?
The Adidas contract?
Yes. You have Derrick Rose making $14 million, $15 million annually. Back, the contract was made when he was on the heels of his MVP season. Okay, he had just got named the MVP of the year. LeBron was hated because he got traded. I mean, because he left Cleveland to go to Miami. Who else? I think Kobe got injured. Kobe tore his Achilles and he was injured. So all these things factored into the deal that Adidas made to Rose because they were like, we got to keep this guy happy or else he's going to go somewhere else. So they paid him this big-ass contract, and they have clauses in this contract that if he doesn't perform, that they could actually rescind the amount of money that they're giving him. But they haven't done it yet. And it boggles the minds of a lot of people is, you're paying his brother $250,000. You're paying his, I think it's like his cousin his best friend. His best friend's getting money up to $50,000 a year, $60,000 a year as a consulting fee. And then you have Derrick Rose making 14, double-figure millions of dollars every year annually. And he's only played in he's played in like 6 games this year?
Yeah, no, he's injured. So they're taking care of him.
Yeah, they're just being taken care of.
He's got one hell of an agent.
And I think Adidas dropped the ball because they could have – the guy was accused of rape not too long ago. And they ended up – they could have rescinded his contract then because it was – it destroyed the character, his image. But they didn't. They're still paying this guy. So I wonder why. I mean, maybe it's a slip in the books. Maybe they overlooked it. But this guy's getting paid all this money when they've had so many chances to take that contract away or reduce the amount of money they're giving him, and they haven't done it. So, what's the deal? What's the deal with that?
The deal is that he's urban.
2018, he is urban.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is.
Yes. And if they take that contract away from him, I guarantee you he's gonna have Jesse Jackson's gone, right? I guess his son next in line.
What if that did happen though? I mean, I don't see that happening though, man. I feel like people would understand that as a business, you
Derrick Rose has been here for, in the NBA for how long?
He's been in there for over 10 years now.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Over 10 years. That's what I was thinking too. Like 12 years, 11 years, something like that. He's on his. He's not even close to being done yet, but he's being injured this many times. He's close to being downgraded to maybe another league like Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
Or Tracy McGrady. When Tracy McGrady was playing, he was fine over there in China.
He's back. He is. Here we go. He committed to this contract. Let me give you the deets on it. It's a 13-year, $185 million contract with Adidas. It was a record endorsement at the time when it was made in 2013. Adidas sold just $40 million worth of his shoes, far less than the $300 million worth Nike moved of its LeBron James model. Rose's injury was at least partly to blame for the wide gap. So this guy signs a $185 million contract, and his shoes have sold just over $40 million. Adidas has taken an L of $145 million loss. How crazy is that?
That's pretty funny.
That's crazy, right? They did it in 2013. It's a 13-year contract, so this contract is going to extend to 2026.
Damn.
Let that sink in. This guy's going to be getting paid after he's done playing basketball.
Well, he isn't playing basketball right now, and he's getting paid. Wait, is he playing? Yeah.
No, well, I think he's still playing. I mean, the guy almost retired this year. He took a leave of absence from the team and was thinking about retiring. It just
because of his injuries. But I'm telling you, he probably thought about something. He's like, look, I'm nowhere near done. Let me try to get this last run out of here. But he's not going to do it.
Let's see here.
What the hell was that? BC.
Yeah, BC. Damn.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about our favorite subject. Obviously, everyone knows we are a wrestling podcast. So
podcast.
With that being said, news today. Yeah. One of the things, Shelton Benjamin.
Ha. You know
what happened, brother?
If you go on Shelton Benjamin's tweets, you'll see he found a Glock. Somebody's trying to.
They planted it.
They planted a Glock on him. Going between state lines and shit, crossing state lines. He was like, I think he posted, "Good luck" or "Thanks for putting my life in danger."
Putting my career, my life, my reputation in danger because there's a gun in here.
Maybe Sheldon didn't read the fine print since he is bouncing around from place to place.
Yeah.
Maybe every one of those cars comes with the Glock loaded.
That could be.
If you look at the picture, it looked like it had a little handle like holding it in the glove compartment.
I mean, maybe.
Let me see if I can find the picture.
Pull it up here. While you're looking that up, let me talk about another thing here we found out today. Vince McMahon gave up the reins to 205 Live, and he handed over to none other than the King of Kings, the Cerebral Assassin, the Game Triple H.
The nose.
So with Triple H overseeing to the nose,
the nose of noses,
the now,
king of noses.
You made me lose my train of thought. Well, with that, so with him taking over, what are your thoughts on the possible restructuring of 205 Live?
It was just a bag. It was just in a bag. It wasn't in a. I thought it was in a holder. That was in the glove compartment. It's a Ruger. Do you see it?
A Ruger gun?
Do you see it? You see it, right?
No, I don't see it on my end, but it's all right though. I think I saw a picture of it earlier when I went to his Twitter.
Oh, that's right. You don't see it. You gotta fucking
anal blast.
Yeah.
Anal blast. Yeah. It's all right though.
Okay.
So with that being said, though, do you think or Google Hangouts. Do you think he deserves to have free car rentals for life?
Yes.
Isn't that what Randy Orton tweeted out there?
Oh, he did?
Yeah. He tweeted out and he put what the fuck or oh fuck, and then he put free car rentals for life or some shit like that.
Ah.
Which maybe I can kind of get down with that.
That's yeah.
But Vince McMahon here with Triple H, that whole 205 Live had a different feel to it. It felt more like the Cruiserweight Classic. These people were hard hitting. The action was high flying. It wasn't structured like all slow ass WWE style. They actually had a faster pace. And I was reading on Bleacher Report. It's less of a storyline driven show, and it's more of a wrestling centered show. So give me your opinions on what you think Triple H taking over 205 is going to do for the wrestlers of the 205 division.
You ever seen Evolve match?
You know what? I haven't, brother. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, all those wrestlers did a ton of Evolve matches, and I guarantee you that's what I'll be seeing more.
More Evolve, and to kind of describe it, what's an Evolve style match?
It's just not WWE.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yeah.
You could tell the style is different when you see this kind of shit, because I guarantee you, like, this shit does not. You don't get bored and start clapping. You start clapping because something badass just happened. You don't get bored and start clapping for somebody to make a comeback. You know what I'm saying?
You're actually clapping because it's like action packed.
Yeah, it's action packed, like a Ring of Honor show.
God. I want to go to another Ring of Honor show so bad. Those shows are amazing. They know how to throw on a show, man.
That last show I still haven't even seen either of the shows that we went to on their tapes. I haven't seen the tape yet.
It'd be worth it to buy it. Can't believe I saw Joey Ryan back then. All right, we're getting ahead of ourselves, man. We're getting ahead of ourselves. So, who do you think is going to be the Cruiserweight champion at the end of this tournament?
Isn't it obvious?
Who?
Cedric.
I think it's going to be Roderick Strong.
Oh, wait. Roderick Strong's in there?
Yeah, and he beat Hideo. He moved on. We thought it was going to be a one and done, like one night, and that was it. But he actually beat Hideo, so he moved on in the tournament.
Damn.
I could see Roderick Strong versus Cedric Alexander at WrestleMania. And I mean, don't get me wrong. If Cedric Alexander wins, that's perfect. It's his time. The guy deserves it. The guy's a fantastic athlete.
Well, the guy had 3 damn chances. He had to earn those. Every time he got a chance to get for the cruiserweight, some bullshit happened, like Enzo getting sick, or
Enzo raping some chick.
Yeah, Enzo accidentally putting his penis somewhere.
By the way,
misplaced his
he didn't do that. He didn't do that at all. Did you see the video that her friend made? It was a guy and basically had receipts, called her out, and she lied about the whole thing. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, I told y'all that she is batshit crazy. We know those girls. They're in San Antonio.
They're called scene hoes.
Yeah, they're called scene hoes. Yeah, he just didn't know how to deal with it. He didn't know how to deal with the ones that were scene hoes.
Yeah, he was like, she had a burger and I wanted a bite of it. We started clapping. That's how it happened. Worst day of my life.
We got the rapping. That's how it happened. Worst day of my fucking life.
That's what happened exactly.
She had a little pudge on her belly, but I thought it was because of the 40 I smelled on her breath.
Kind of find out she's 3 months pregnant. Talking about I'm the baby's daddy.
That ain't my kid.
Let me see here, man.
You don't know, baby D. Talking about all the bootleg snacks, the year 2000 snacks.
Oh, Scott, this new Twinkie coming out. It's a bad motherfucker. When you bite into it, cream feels all in your mouth.
Glitter. He goes, cream feels all in your mouth. Glitter.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. I'm live. Oh my God.
What's she doing?
Okay, come in.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. What else? What else are we talking about here?
We're talking about Cedric Alexander winning, like I'm talking about, because Cedric Alexander is gonna fucking win. I'm gonna make him win.
I mean, if he wins, it's great. I'm all for it. I think they need a kick in the ass. And Roderick Strong could be that guy that could give him a kick in the ass.
Even if they send out Ricochet at this time, I wouldn't even mind it because people are talking about that Ricochet was going to go to 205 Live.
Oh God, please don't. I mean, don't get me wrong.
It'd be great. Now it'll be great because the guy with the nose runs the place.
Yeah. I get to them knowing what they're doing with them, you know.
The what?
That makes sense. I could see him knowing what to do with him, because I trust Triple H's judgment and his roster construction and his ability to plan out stories once in advance more than I trust Vince McMahon changing his mind every goddamn minute. You know?
Amen to that.
Like, the guy has too much on his plate as it is already, man. The guy has the XFL. The guy has to manage Raw. He has to manage SmackDown. He has to manage what the fuck else does he manage? The public relations. He has to keep the stock people happy, the staff. I mean, the guy has a lot on his plate. It's a
publicly owned company, so he's got to keep everybody happy.
Exactly, and you're not gonna please everybody. But what makes me upset is he tries to still dictate everything and not. What's the right word here? Not alleviate, but transfer some of that power, or there you go. Hand that responsibilities or duties to other people. He has a tough time doing that, and him trusting Triple H enough. Maybe he saw that Triple H has done such a fantastic job with NXT, because NXT is amazing. NXT is basically Ring of Honor, but a WWE version of Ring of Honor. So him trusting his judgment and letting him and seeing what he does with NXT, finally said, you know what? I'm going to give you the reins to 205 Live. Give them the reins to 205 Live.
Boy. Not my sexy boy Reigns. Not Roman Reigns.
The guy has such a hard-on for Roman Reigns, it's not even funny.
Okay. Why didn't he give it to Shane?
I feel like Shane's more of a on-screen character. You know, I feel like when he left the company, he basically lost all input, all creative decisions. Now he's just there to play a character. He's Shane O'Mac, just on screen. Behind the scenes, he's another employee that gets paid. Basically, that's how I feel.
Yeah,
I feel like Stephanie has it. Stephanie is more of a behind the scenes, making decisions. But I feel like Shane McMahon is just an on-screen character, basically.
I'd like to believe that he runs kind of something of SmackDown, but I doubt it. I don't know. I have to look into that.
I don't think he does it all, brother. I really don't.
I wish I could ask someone over there. I'll just tweet WWE a million times. Oh, like you're doing right there.
That's what I'm doing right now. Dang! Look, Becky Lynch.
Becky's Lynch.
I'd
like to lynch her, Becky.
Yeah, all the time, all day, every day.
Lynch that Becky all night.
Yeah. Did you see NXT tonight?
No.
No. Okay, so let's do a little recap here. It says the rivalry between the Undisputed Era and Sanity reached its boiling point Wednesday night, prompting General Manager William Regal to announce a marquee 6-man tag team tornado match for the night's main event. So they started off with the NXT Championship match, tag team championship between Sanity and Undisputed Era. So Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly against who was it? Let me see here. It doesn't say who it was against, but I'm assuming it was Eric Young and who's that guy? That German guy? He's the firstborn German to hold the championship title.
Which? Oh, NXT? I don't know, dude. I fucking don't remember their names half the time. Are you talking about which German guy? What title? The NXT title?
The NXT Tag Team Championships. Yeah, he's Insanity. He's not. It's not Killian Dane.
Oh, Steve.
It's not. Huh?
Crazy Steve. I wish it was.
Yeah.
Crazy Steve.
Yeah, that guy.
Was it?
That's him. That's who it is. I don't know his name in NXT, but that's who it is.
The one from TNA.
So that match ends up with it becoming a disqualification, and then they ended up making that tornado tag six-man tag team matchup. The next matchup was Heavy Machinery versus Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss. Let's see here.
Crazy Steve.
Heavy Machinery won. Moss walked out on his partner.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna happen.
I saw the War Machine made their debut.
They did?
Well, I don't know if they made a debut, but they were definitely on the ramp with their new attire.
Did you see the promo to the Johnny Gargano promo?
With that chick? No.
Basically, he gets another shot at the championship, but if he doesn't win, he has to leave.
Yeah. I did see that. And then I saw that he wasn't at the taping. And then everybody's saying that he left already, and I was just like, nah, it's just storyline. He's not at the taping, probably just not to be there. Like one day. I think he's still gonna be there. I think the match already happened.
Wow.
So yeah, it's
so what's gonna happen? Then?
It's kayfabe.
If he already lost.
It's kayfabe.
Yeah,
kayfabe.
But I mean, he can't leave because he still has to. That match between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa is going to be a 5-star match whenever they meet.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be because that match has been built up for over a year,
like 2 years almost.
2 years. I mean, it's such a long history in there, and those guys know how to work a crowd very well. And Triple H is going to tell them, like, you guys take as much time as y'all want.
It was when I
knock
was,
it out.
It was at the Cruiserweight when they first had their match together.
And that was an amazing matchup.
Yeah. I remember seeing that. I was in the freaking hospital when that shit happened.
Oh, shit.
That was an amazing fucking thing to get off my mind. Amazing shit to get my mind off that shit.
A fat blunt, too, helps. Anyway.
What you have
Are you loading the bowl? God bless you. Ladies and gentlemen,
Zoom tight.
AJ Moore. The phenomenal AJ Moore.
Oh,
let's see here. Anything else?
Yeah.
WWE, we always go off on our tangents here talking about WWE stuff.
WWE was just a little bullshit, whatever. It's always bullshit. Who cares? On to the next thing. Let's talk about the real stuff that happened today. Space motherfucking X. I hope
I don't know about this, so you lead the way. What happened?
I hope that every motherfucker, the dumbass that thought they were in the pre-Christopher Columbus era, mixed with their own goddamn wannabe government conspiracies, saying that NASA only wants us to see one side of Earth. The Earth is flat. Well, this is a publicly owned company, not by NASA. Flew around the goddamn Earth. It's not fucking flat. Came back and it landed in a fucking landing pad. Just imagine it going up and coming back down and landing exactly where it needs to go. That looked amazing.
That's crazy.
Like,
that's insane.
Pinpoint accuracy. It was amazing.
The amount of code written for that, I mean, it has to be phenomenal. That's awesome. Awesome.
I think they were just doing it by hand.
My God. I'll tell you what, though.
It was like a big rock. It was flat from the angles that they were showing.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it is.
But it's not flat. Because if it's flat and you keep going past the horizon, that part is going to be flat too, and you're going to keep going. You just see what you see in front of you, but it's in the horizon. It's going in a circle or a sphere, spherical.
For any listener that believes that the Earth is flat, please don't listen to us. No, you know what?
Listen to us.
Listen. No. I don't want their business, man.
So we could tell you.
Sorry.
We could tell you. We could tell you you're a fucking retard and go fuck yourself.
You're a retard. There you go. You know what? Listen to us so you can listen to us bash you and how dumb you are.
Maybe we'll change your mind because you're a fucking retard.
Retard.
Go fucking be a polygamist.
Anything else, brother?
No. Well, SpaceX was crazy, dude. You ever seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the movie?
No, I haven't seen it.
Damn. Well, there's this part where they go to a computer and they ask it, like, what's the secret of life? And they tell them to come back 42 million or million years later, whatever. They come back a million years later, and there's like a sea of people just crowded around and yelling in excitement. That's how this SpaceX was. These motherfuckers were lined up against glass or like bulletproof plastic. I don't know. It was crazy because that shit, the smoke was coming at it and it was filling up the fucking. If there was like a window open, that shit would have filled up the room that they were in.
That's awesome, man.
But they were going nuts, and even the people that were commentating, this white guy was he was just dumbfounded. He was just like, wow. He didn't know what to say. He literally did not know what to say. He was just like, oh, wow.
He's like having an orgasm on live television.
And then he looked at his co-host, this chick, and she was just looking at him like, I have nothing to say either. Like, they were both in awe.
That's awesome. I got to check this out. I'll probably do it tomorrow while I'm at work. Because, I don't do shit at my job.
We launched 2 rockets, I think. And it was fucking. I think they shot payloads to Mars or something. Cargo to Mars, because that SpaceX is the one that's gonna go to the. I think they're the ones that are gonna
go to Mars one day, or have like a round trip or something like that.
And they're gonna be. You can be able to like for $100,000, you can go to the moon and shit. They're gonna be like,
oh, they're gonna turn into like round trips and shit.
Yeah, like you're gonna be able to pay to go outer space.
That sounds tight.
Instead of being an astronaut. That does sound
man,
tight.
If I had that money, I would love to go to the moon. Check it out. Yeah. Grab some rocks, take a piss out there, come back.
Well, you have to take a piss in your suit.
Nah, fuck that. I'm pulling my dick out.
They have to have this. They have to have something.
My dick's coming out, brother.
My dick's coming out. All right. Dick's out for fucking SpaceX.
Dick's out for SpaceX. Oh shit! I can't top that, dude. I'm done. I can't top that. Dick's out for SpaceX.
Oh shit! I'll do it.
No.
I'll do the helicopter too.
Damn. Dick's out for SpaceX. I'm gonna post that in the group chat.
Okay.
So, oh man. It is late, brother. It is 4:10. we came out late tonight just so we can make sure we had the latest news, the most trending topics,
the most bullshit, games, whatever.
It is late, brother.
Okay, let's talk about this Jacob Copeland.
Jacob Copeland. Oh, the recruit. Okay.
If anybody didn't see this video going around today.
Live television too. This happened on live TV.
Live TV. And this
guy has 3 hats in front of him. He has Alabama, he has Tennessee, and he has the Florida Gators. And he is I think he's number 40th in overall in the United States. But he's the number 5 receiver. And today, right next to his mom has a Alabama sweater on. She has a Tennessee beanie on, and right in front of her he says, I'm gonna go, I had to follow my heart, and that heart leads me to, and he grabs that Florida Gators hat and puts it on. His mom gets up, looks pissed off, and just walks off stage. Well, it's not really a stage, but she walks off camera view. And it was so disheartening. I felt so bad because on live television the guy was like, so who was that that just walked off? And he was just like, that was my mama.
Well, hold on.
Like,
yeah,
oh.
The reporter knew who it was. He was just wanting to get good news TV. What a dick.
With that drama factor. Yeah, that's a dick move.
And he was just like, who was that just walked off? And you can see this guy is holding back his tears. He goes, that was my mama.
Man, he felt like, so bad.
Why would she walk off like that?
Because she was salty. She was upset at the fact that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Alabama is a great college. They are in the SEC. So are the Gators. So is Tennessee. But Alabama has a rich history of championships. So I believe she's under the impression that if he goes to Alabama, he's basically guaranteed to get into the national championship, or he's going to get the best training. But if the kid wants to go to Florida, let the kid fucking go to Florida.
Support your kids.
Yeah, support your damn kid. Now, here's what thing is really fucked up is what the cameras didn't show is that about 5 minutes later, 2 minutes later, he's talking to the people in the crowd, and he kind of starts tearing up, and his mama comes from behind and turns him around, and they embrace. And she's crying, and he's crying. You haven't seen that yet, but it's on. If you look for it online, I saw it on Facebook.
Of course, we won't see it.
You won't see it on television, but that's what happened. So they already reconciled. They reconciled. They hashed it out. They squashed it, or whatever you want to say.
Well, she had to drive him back home.
Yeah, wow.
That was his ride
back home, man.
She had to cook him dinner later.
It's hey, the drive home's all quiet. She's like, "You want some ice cream?" Yeah, my mom wants some ice cream.
Right. Oh, pull over at Denny's. I don't want to eat your cooking in that.
Oh my god, that's fucked up. But yeah, man. I mean, support your kid no matter what. I have a daughter, 7 years old. If she was gay, I'd support it. You know, if she wanted to go to school in Alaska, I'd support it. You know, same thing. I mean, I have a wife. I have a beautiful wife. If she wanted to quit her job at HEB and work at, I don't know, as a waitress at Denny's, if it's what she really wanted to do, I'd support it. You know, you gotta support the people you love. And I don't know, man. That looked really bad on her part. She looked like a child that didn't get their way and acted out.
Yeah, that's exactly what she did. She said, a
spoiled brat. That's exactly what it is.
Well, sorry to hear about that, but at least they made up, and she's gonna get a free ride to Florida.
Sounds good.
She said, "Fuck it, I'm going to Universal City." She said, "I'm going
to my black ass in Universal City.
I'm gonna go see an NXT show.
I'm gonna go run into the Young Bucks at Disney World."
Wait, they're gonna be at Disney World?
I don't know. I'm just talking mess. It's 4:15 in the morning, man. I gotta get some sleep. I got work in the morning. Oh, my ass. I've been sitting in this chair. All right, there we go. Feels better.
All right, let's get this last asshole out of the way. Alonzo's balls.
Alonzo Ball is gonna be a daddy. His girlfriend is pregnant. She's about 3-4 months pregnant. Don't know if it's a boy or girl yet, but she's pretty hot. You look some pictures on TMZ. She's not a bad looking chick. They've been high school sweethearts, so they've been together for several years. This was before he made his money, obviously. Yeah, he's gonna be a daddy. So, you know, his grandpa, which is, what's his name, LeVar Ball, fucking big head, Mr. Big Ego, talking his mouth all the time.
Oh, you're pissing me off. That's what
LeVar Ball is the guy that was on Miz TV who took his shirt off and looked like he wanted to wrestle the Miz. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and his little son had a live
said
mic.
Nigga.
Watch the N-word. He said the N-word. He said
we'll get you too, nigga, or some shit like that.
No, he said beat that N-word's ass. Beat that N-word's ass.
Oh, that's what he said. We'll beat that nigga's ass. Yep, you're right.
And and he got his ass beat afterwards, probably by Vince McMahon in the back. Now who knows?
Yeah, he got oh yeah, they had to have gotten a tongue lashing for sure. But yeah, man, he's gonna be a dad. So shout out, you know, good luck. It's a life-changing experience. Hopefully, if this will give him the courage and the strength to tell his dad to fuck off and to stop saying all this shit and stop getting him in trouble, because nobody likes Lonzo Ball in the league because of the fact that his dad runs his fucking mouth. So
I can't stand his dad. His dad's
put your dad in check.
I can't believe that shit is like. And then he said, what was that one where his son got caught stealing in China, and Trump bailed him out.
And he said Trump didn't do. I mean, I don't think Trump did shit, but you never know. You never know, man. But I don't think Trump helped him. I really don't. But now, isn't he the head coach for Lithuania or some shit like that?
Is he?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's the head coach because his sons got kicked off the UCLA team because of what happened in China. So he took them overseas to Lithuania, and now they're balling out over there until they're eligible to enter the NBA draft. Damn. So they're over there. Yep.
Wow. That's terrible.
Maybe they're running to anything else on that one, man? Because I don't want to get started on LeVar Ball. I could talk about that guy for an hour. No, I don't like the guy.
Fuck that
guy's a big mouth.
Fuck that puto. But all I gotta say is, I guess that's it for now. Shit,
All right, brother.
I'm pretty sleepy. It's about to be 4:20. Hold up. Like
that bowl. Like that bowl. We're gonna stay on till 4:20. We're gonna stay on till 4:20.
Shit.
Two guys in a podcast. Don't you forget it. Always bring your lighters to the podcast. There it is. There it is. Digging holes and taking souls, but most importantly, smoking bowls.
Digging holes and smoking pussy holes.
Oh, that's what I'm about to do. Oh, man.
Oh, hey, can you hear that?
Thanks, yo. 1 o'clock. Boy.
So I was saying,
I can hear that.
Fuck out of here, man. Look at this little ass bag of fucking weed.
Oh, but you can't see it, right? You need to go on YouTube.
Nah, I can't see it. It's all right, though, brother.
Or
Lord.
get on your hangout.
Woo. Damn.
I thought you were still on your hangout. That's fine.
I think I am probably on my phone here. Hold on, let me see.
No, because it doesn't show you on your. Unless you click the camera, then you can get back.
Oh! Shit! A weed!
That's pretty much all we got for today.
Dog. No!
Oh, let me check here. Oh.
Fuck, bitch! Got blunt.
Yeah.
Got weed. Man, that shit smell good as hell, dog. I'm Jamal.
Yeah, bro.
Peace.
Can't find it, man.
Trying to get something to bring them.
But I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to work in the morning, brother.
Take the test high. Get high score.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here.
Right?
I'm fucking
Yeah.
Just took my
Is it on fire?
Is it on fire? Just took my mind off the pain that was going on that I was having, but I'm probably gonna go to the doctor tomorrow and see what's going on.
Then get that taken care of, brother. You have to. So, are we on for tomorrow too? Are we gonna do another podcast tomorrow?
If I'm here tomorrow, yeah, I'm down.
Okay. Holler at me. We'll knock it out.
Yeah, if you want to do it again late at night, I'm down.
All right, then, brother. We'll do a little earlier so that way you don't have to be 4:20, 4:30 in the morning.
True that. All right, man.
All right, man.
Let me play that.
Take
outro.
care, bro.
Let me play that outro.
Oh, okay. That'll do it for tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Once again, this is Two Guys in a Podcast.
This is episode
Co-host
6,
Javier.
7.
This is episode 7, right?
Like our first one didn't get published because it was too raunchy. Our second and
It was
third
so
one.
bad credit.
Yes.
It was so we're too nasty. We talked about dick. We talked about pussy and tits and disgruntled female from the beginning of the video because I didn't give it to her.
That's what happens when My Fantasy Sports don't want to do anything. Hey, but now we got this new guy looking at us. Might if all goes well, you know, maybe
we'll be on here.
We might
what,
have
a daily or weekly or
I don't know. It's weekly or something, but you know, we might be on a website soon. So I'm looking forward to that, seeing what's going on.
And things are gonna get. We're like fine wine, guys. Okay, we're just gonna get better with time.
Yeah.
All right. So keep listening to us.
Besides, the live format is a little new for us too, because usually we record our shows.
Yeah, we don't do things live off the top. Yeah, we usually record it, give it a couple days. AJ over here is a master of mixing and mastering. He's been recording for over a decade now. Does a fantastic job, records bands, does music videos, knows his shit. So we're doing this live thing, and it's some bumps in the road, but as we do more and more episodes, it's only going to get smoother. We're going to get better, and you can suck our dicks. Yeah. Because if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Pussy lips.
Pussy lick.
Pussy lick.
And that'll do it. That'll do it for tonight. You guys have a great night. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
I gotta be down. All right, I have
outro. Later, brother.
Yeah, cool, man. Let me know when you want to do this tomorrow. Hold on, let me end it.
Okay, call me.
Yeah, let me know when you want to do this tomorrow.
All right, then. Later, man.
All right, man. All right, guys. I'm out of here. I gotta. Laundry. You guys in the podcast. Bitches. 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 Bitches.